Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Max, Mr. D.E.M for HowsMyRolling.net, and today we have another super exclusive interview. The super producer, Grammy Award nominated, aka Mr. Say Ah. Hey man, please tell the world who you are, bro.
My name is Yonny, man. I'm a producer from Cleveland, Ohio. I've been producing for quite some time, man. I was the 90s, 89 actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So let me ask you, man, like, what inspires you to do good music? I know everybody wants to know what makes your wheels turning when you're behind making those beats, this crazy stuff you be doing, man.
Taking Say Ah, for example, that beat started off, it's like this African and Asian kid, and it's the sound that kind of drives the track, kind of go like some little African bongo or bell or something, but that's what made me start that beat. You know what I'm saying? I heard that sound, it just sounds different.
And I feel you got to definitely stay different, man, and that's what gives you a mark, you know? So exactly, how long have you been producing in the music business, bro?
Let's see, I want to say 2004 was when I got hooked up with my first placement on that Nelly movie and that soundtrack, The Longest Yard. Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah, I did a joint and mixed it for the movie and everything. So that was like a real big thing. A couple weeks later, I'd just hooked up with Wayne previously, but within those three weeks or so after, that's when they called me and they got 15 tracks from me the first go-round that we ever worked together.
Word.
When I worked with Wayne for the first time. So Lil Wayne was my kind of door opener. And from that, it went to majority of the southern market, from Trina to Jock to done stuff with Jeezy, worked with Gorilla Zoe. I worked with Crime Mob, David Banner. You know, my whole thing was the South, and that was cool, but I was so happy to start getting more R&B placements because I do more than just the rap stuff. That's just something that
I you got to be versatile.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy. You actually knocked two questions out the bunch for me. Let me ask you, man, like, is there like any artists or producers from the past that did really good work that you might have looked up to, whatever, to give you that creative blueprint for your own style of music? Like, who did you look up to when you were younger, man?
Well, I don't think they give me a blueprint per se, but I definitely, I think you can hear the influence in the music, I guess. But my two favorite producers coming up was always Devontae, and then later was Rodney Jerkins.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that dude is tight, man.
Which one?
Oh, Rodney.
Yeah, Rodney. I mean, and it's kind of different now. It's different because I actually talk to him now. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, like, man, you know, it just lets me know that all this work and stuff is like, wow, you know, I'm actually here, but I don't look at him in that same awe factor anymore. It's almost like mutual respectful thing. Now, obviously, I'm not stature, you know, where he is in the game, but it's just to see people, you know, open up to you and be like, yo, man, you know, I like the stuff you're doing. It's like, wow, you know what I'm saying? I think you lose some of the groupie stuff that we have inside. We all have them. I think I still would have it for Brandy, though. I'm sorry. I saw her at, what was that, the BET Award weekend. I saw her, and me and my wife was together, and she was, like, right next to us, and I could not say one word to her. I just was standing there like, that's Brandy, yo. Like, that's my favorite female singer in the world, but, like, my wife's like, you mean to tell me you're not going to say nothing? I'm just like, I couldn't even open my mouth, man. I just stand there. So that was one of them moments, if I ever had any one moment in the career, you know what I'm saying, where I was just like, I was on mute, man. The remote was on mute. I couldn't do nothing.
Well, let me ask you something, man. Say what was it like working with Trey Songz, man?
I have to say that record particularly was done over the internet, as well as a lot of records are done today like that. Overall, it was cool. I mean, everything that happened from it was cool. We did parties together. He did my birthday party for me. I was at a lot of things thereafter, from Grammy stuff with him to he always had private mansion parties. I'm always invited, always go. Well, the last one he just had like a month or so ago, I couldn't make it because I was in the session, but you know, it's like always the respect and the love. See, we go kind of way back far as talk 5 or 6 years. Like when he first got his deal, I hooked up with him and Troye Taylor, and then me and Troye became real tight. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So Troye used to mentor me, give me advice just about being a producer and having a family and just kind of being a man and other things first beyond.
Yeah, I feel you, man. So I know one thing that a lot of people want to know is, what do you use to make your music, man? Like, you know, I like using Yamaha motif. I use a little bit of Reasons, but everybody has their certain thing that makes their certain sound. What do you like to use?
I honestly been using quite a few different things. Say I was made off of Reason. I'm actually playing with Studio One, this PreSonus thing. I just tried it again for the second time. I freaking love this joint. I have a Miko, and so I've been like using it on the Miko.
Yeah, it's like a portable studio, like all in one, right? Touchscreen, all that? Yeah.
I have Logic, which some of my other records are coming out on.
I feel you, man. It's kind of like the feeling of the flow of the sound's probably what you're going to go use it on, you know?
Right. Pro Tools, of course. Well, I go back with Nuendo, so I use some of everything, man. So I get myself familiar with a lot of different things. Then depending on, no matter what situation per se that I'm in, I know how to, you know, work through it. I'm familiar with it. Just well-rounding yourself at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's real good to get used to different types of elements, man. Because I did Pro Tools, Nuendo. I like Sonar. I think that's pretty cool. I've been using that for
Sonar
years.
Before, but I haven't in a while.
Anything you could say to like any upcoming producers or artists, like, you know, what could you say to someone who's upcoming and looking for the brighter future in this type of career?
Well, I just like to say the foundation, man. I believe in that. And I mean, hard work, determination, that's number one, but family first, and well, God is before all of that. So I feel like if you had those things, and that's all you need. I did all of this while holding at least 2 jobs. When Say I happened, I had 2 jobs. I was working at the time when I got the call that Say I was being done.
Right,
so it's like back
that's
with
real,
Wayne
man. That's real.
And a lot of different things. I still had a job. I hated it to death, but I had a job.
That's usually the case.
Yeah, nobody knew. Nobody knew because it was a job that was a way out the way, you know, but I had to do what my family needed at that time.
Right.
So I haven't worked in about a year and a half, and I hope not to have to work again. I can't say I'm not going to ever because I don't know. I can't say what, you know.
Exactly.
You just pray that you won't, but times like this and times like those, the contrast lets you really appreciate what you do have when you do get it. So, you're now rocking with the boy, Young Yonny, a.k.a. Mr. Say How as the World Call Me. We kicking it with HowsMyRolling.net. And Maximus Music.